The academic procession is about to enter the room. Would you please stand? You may be seated.
Distinguished guests, university colleagues, industry and community partners, families and friends, and most importantly, those of you who are graduating today, I extend a very warm welcome to you all. Today we gather on Lutruwita, Tasmania Aboriginal land to reflect our institution's recognition of the deep history and culture of this island. The University of Tasmania acknowledges the Muwinina people, the traditional owners of the land on which we meet here in Nipaluna, Hobart. We acknowledge with deep respect the Palawa Pakana people on whose lands we live and work, and pay respect to elders past, present and emerging. It is a great honour to be sharing this moment with you when you step into the next phase of your life as a graduate of this wonderful university. I offer my warmest congratulations to all of you who are graduating and to all of you who've been part of the journey. We love having you here to share this occasion. There must be so many stories in the room today. Stories about what led you to decide to go to university. Stories about what going to university has meant for you. And stories about the aspirations and hope you hold today as you step out as graduates, each making your own unique contribution to the world. And you are well prepared to make that contribution. For by awarding you your degree today, the university is recognising that you have achieved a level of excellence in your particular discipline. And that disciplinary excellence, about to be formally and publicly recognised, means you might start to refer to yourself differently. for you will be a graduate in your chosen field, recognised as an expert and able to take on new and professional roles. For those of you being awarded a PhD, you'll become a doctor. And whatever you put in front of your name, there'll be a few more letters after your name, a sign to the world of what you have achieved. So graduating is a milestone for which there can be justifiable pride and affection. And the stories that accompany it are likely to live on for many years. And I hope there'll be many more milestones for you in your careers as you continue to work hard and experience the satisfaction of further learning, growth and achievement. But I also hope that those milestones which give you joy are much more than just about your work and professional development. No doubt you'll observe from your family and friends who have supported you along the way that a life well lived is one that does achieve balance. So each one of you has a tremendous opportunity to make a difference to your own life, to the life of your family and your community and beyond. To know you are helping others is enormously satisfying, and many of you no doubt already do this, perhaps in ways you don't even recognise. It might be mentoring a fellow student or a work colleague, might be lending your skills or experience to a local not-for-profit or to your children's school, or it might be encouraging others to engage with learning opportunities. Perhaps you'll contribute to scientific breakthroughs or collaborate with others to tackle a community concern. Indeed, there are so many ways to make a difference, especially as a graduate of a university whose mission is to do just that. For example, there's no more pressing challenge in the world today than climate change. And being named the #1 university in the world for climate action is a testimony to the outstanding work being undertaken right across our university. Some other examples include 4 of our colleagues being lead authors in the IPCC's 2022 report on climate change, on impacts, adaptation and vulnerability. And our researchers at TIA, the Tasmanian Institute of Agriculture, have been helping to reduce greenhouse gas emission by trialling how seaweed can reduce the amount of methane released by livestock. And in this era of bushfires, extreme weather events and infectious diseases such as COVID, the new Centre for Safe Air, located at our Menzies Institute for Medical Research, will be a game changer in protecting those most at risk from air quality changes. Our scientists are also working hard with help from the community to save the critically endangered red handfish. And if we look at other ways we've made an impact, 9 of our scientists have been named in a list of the world's most influential researchers, an accolade received by 0.1% or 1 in every 1,000 researchers. Definitely something to be proud of. These achievements exemplify our university's mission to make a difference for Tasmania and from Tasmania to make a difference to the world. We're proud of each one of you who is graduating today, as ultimately it's through you and the difference that you will make that we fulfil our mission, no matter where your path may take you. Some of you will stay in Tasmania, while others will take on the world, but all of you will make a difference. Reaching the milestone of graduation is rarely achieved alone, with help coming from many places. It might be your family and your friends, it might be a teacher, it might be someone who's given you the right encouragement at just the right time. Some of the people who helped you might be in the room today. And as a university, we acknowledge and thank them for the vital role in creating the conditions that, combined with your effort, has enabled you to succeed. So whether you're originally from Tasmania or not, I hope you all now feel at least a little bit Tasmanian, perhaps a little bit more than a little bit Tasmanian. And importantly, that you'll always treasure your connection to Tasmania and its people. So I've witnessed and experienced over and over how connections to Tasmania and to the University of Tasmania pop up in surprising ways as you go forth, and how unshakable this bond to Tasmania can be. The Tasmanian way can sometimes be a little bit understated, and people don't typically talk themselves up, but there are very special things that come from that, and includes a quiet determination to roll up your sleeves and get things done, and an adaptability that underpins many of Tasmania's great successes. So as you step out as graduates, we hope you'll remember those Tasmanian qualities and draw on them as a source of strength and inspiration in the years ahead. We're proud to call you a graduate of the University of Tasmania, and we will be welcoming you into a community of diverse and talented people who over our 132-year history have contributed and continue to contribute to a better Tasmania and a better world. So, congratulations. It's now my pleasure to invite Mr. Anthony Mann to present the occasional address. Anthony completed a Bachelor of Science with honours here at the University of Tasmania in 2005, and then set off on an adventurous path to follow his passion for conservation. Having mastered the art of procrastination, I don't think I wrote that, Anthony, but in his undergraduate years, he put it to good use straight away and set off on an 18-month cycling expedition throughout the Australian continent, promoting sustainable transport and becoming the first person to reach Australia's 7 extremities by bicycle. 10 years after leaving the University of Tasmania, he completed a Master of Environmental Management at the Australian National University. His career has taken him from Lord Howe Island to Christmas Island, Canberra to Kakadu, always with the primary aim of conservation of our natural world. Presently, the acting manager of the Tasmanian Government's Private Land Conservation Program, Anthony's current focus is on supporting and empowering individuals to protect and care for nature on their own land. So it's there to reward and inspire our future generations of conservationists. I now invite Mr. Mann to present the occasional address.
Thank you. Councillor, Vice-Chancellor, distinguished guests, members of the University, graduands, family and friends, greetings. And what a day, the day you've all been waiting for. Graduands, my heartiest congratulations to each and every one of you. Today's celebration is all about you, so enjoy it. Bathe in the glory of being a graduate, because it's truly a momentous occasion. As I look over at you beyond the smiling faces, there's a sea of success, of hope, optimism, promise and excellence. It makes me feel proud and excited to be welcoming a new cohort of scientists and engineers into our community. As the councillor said, we're at a pivotal point in history with climate change becoming increasingly real and severe, and finding solutions is becoming more and more urgent. So the timing of your graduation is perfect. We need smart, innovative people like yourselves to help put our planet on a more sustainable trajectory. More than ever, we need you and your newly acquired qualifications to help get us out of this pickle. So as you embark on your next phase of your journey, I thought I'd share with you 3 little snippets of advice that have helped me through my career to date. Firstly, believe in yourself. Each of you have trodden your own path to get here today, each facing different challenges, different points of views, fuelled by different motives. But one thing that unites you all is that you never gave up. You all had a goal, you had a dream, and that was to be here today to graduate. You kept going because you believed in yourself. As the councillor mentioned, after my graduation ceremony, I delayed my career journey in pursuit of an adventurous itch that I just had to scratch. I had a dream, and it wasn't to get a job straight away. I was going to cycle 30,000 kilometres throughout Australia to become the first person to ride to the 7 extremities of the continent. To many, it was a crazy idea. To some, it was just plain foolish, not even possible, and a complete waste of time. I can still hear the voices of those people telling me that I wouldn't succeed. The first time I heard those words, my confidence plummeted. I began to doubt my own abilities. And this would happen repeatedly over the course of the next 18 months of my expedition. But each time I heard those words, I would play back in my mind some different words I'd heard so often as I was growing up in my family. Never think that you're not good enough. And this would make me stronger. And I knew if I was going to succeed, I needed to let those discouraging words float away in the wind and focus instead on believing in myself and my abilities. And that philosophy was a key ingredient in the success of my expedition. 2, be kind to yourself. As you embark on this next phase of your life journey, especially as new graduates, you'll be challenged. You'll probably be judged, and you'll definitely make mistakes. As uncomfortable as this might make you feel, be patient with yourself as you navigate through these pressures. Learn from them and allow yourself to be imperfect. Remember also to make a healthy life outside of your career. Nurture your relationships with family and friends. Give yourself what you need to thrive. And don't become so busy making a living that you forget to make a life. Thirdly, enjoy the ride. Some of you will already be on your career path. Some of you will know exactly what the next stage of your adventure looks like. You've got all your ducks lined up already. Others might wake up tomorrow and start looking for jobs, trying to edge your way into the workforce. You might be off on a gap year, or you might have absolutely no idea what you're going to do with yourself. No matter where you sit on this spectrum, my advice is to embrace your chosen path. Have fun in what you do and enjoy the ride. Some of the best decisions I've made in my career were based on fun and adventure and could be considered to be a backward step. And maybe they were a backward step from a career progression perspective, but from a life fulfilment perspective, they were absolutely the right choices, and I wouldn't change them for the world. So this is it, graduates. You've spent the last few years demonstrating that you can research, you can analyse and write and speak and collaborate. All the fine attributes that will stand you in good stead throughout your career. Keep up that momentum. May you continue to study life and contribute to your various professions with the same zest and passion that's brought you here today. Bring forth your knowledge, your ideas, creativity and enthusiasm to help make the world a better place. We need you. And when you come up on stage shortly to receive your testimonial, enjoy that very short moment and all that it stands for. And this afternoon, enjoy your champagne and all your photos and laughs and hugs with your family and friends. And in the decades ahead, as you travel along your career path, whatever that looks like, keep the glowing memory of today alive and be proud of yourself for believing in what you set out to achieve. Congratulations once again. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Anthony, for those very wise words. And the things that I think I've taken from that is definitely you're a wonderful example of somebody who has achieved balance in your life. And the words of advice around being kind to yourself and maintaining those connections, but also believing in yourself, I think, is something that, is so important, particularly as you say, some of our graduates may not exactly know where they're going to head next, but you are very well equipped with your qualifications and that terrific advice to make a difference. So thank you very much, Anthony. So now we come to the conferring of the degrees. So I'm now going to call upon the Deputy Chair of Academic Senate, Associate Professor Kristen Harmon, to present candidates for degrees and diplomas.
I call upon candidates to stand. Councillor, I commend to you the candidates whose names are listed in the conferral list before you for admission to the degrees and for the award of the diplomas shown. They have completed all the requirements for their awards to the satisfaction of the Academic Senate.
By virtue of the authority vested in my office, I admit you and the candidates in absentia, as listed in the conferral list before me, to the degrees and award the diplomas for which you and they have qualified.
Please join with me in congratulating the new graduates and diplomats. Graduates and diplomats, please be seated. Councillor, the graduates and diplomats will now be presented to you.
I now call upon Professor Matt King, representing the Executive Dean of the College of Sciences and Engineering, to present graduates in that college.
Councillor, for the award of the Undergraduate Certificate in Sustainable Living, I present to you Casey Kiss. Jessica Louise Vreelink. Councillor, for the award of the Diploma of Sustainable Living, I present to you Jessica L. Bury. Kate Eileen Charchalis. Janelle Lynn Cooper. Rebecca Joy Cordwell. Casey Davies. Daniel Depler. Noni Doshi Dowsett. Fiona Louise Irwin. Fiona Kenner. Aditya Prakesh Munshi. Fiona Parkinson. Jennifer Phelan. Thomas Alexander Rose. Margarita Wade. Suzanne Marie Ward. Wendy Ann Wilkinson. Councillor for the degree of Bachelor of Applied Science, Environmental Science, I present to you Rebecca Ann Power. Councillor for the degree of Bachelor of Applied Science, Marine Engineering, I present to you Damien Jones. Councillor for the degree of Bachelor of Applied Science, Nautical Science, I present to you Mohammed Farid Balouk Anis. Priyan Mikhail Prasanthe Pereira. Councillor for the degree of Bachelor of Business, Maritime and Logistics Management, I present to you Samuel Sheena Adiola. Councillor for the degree of Bachelor of Engineering Technology, Electrical Power, I present to you Kieran Stanton. Councillor for the degree of Bachelor of Global Logistics and Maritime Management, I present to you Tristan Ross Wilson. Councillor for the degree of Bachelor of Information and Communication Technology, I present to you Ka Chi Wong. Councillor for the degree of Bachelor of Marine and Antarctic Science, I present to you Liam James Clegg. Zoe Faye Dallas. Imana Dominguez. Grace Furness. Talia Ann Hawkes. Pearl Mitchell. Joanna Kate Schmid. Chi Hung So. CJ Tan. Georgia May Walsh. Zoe Marie Witkowski. Councillor for the degree of Bachelor of Natural Environment and Wilderness Studies, I present to you Ruby Olivia Hoyland. Holly Walker. Councillor for the degree of Bachelor of Science, I present to you Jasmine Kate Chappell. Anis Fahani Binti Hazrin. Shalise Marie Moore. Hannah Rose Nichols. Harrison Neil Richard Williams. Councillor, for the degree of Bachelor of Engineering Civil with honours, I present to you Shujiaoyu Zhang. Councillor, for the degree of Bachelor of Engineering Mechanical with honours, I present to you Miltiades Saris. Councillor, for the degree of Bachelor of Marine and Antarctic Science with honours, I present to you Lachlan James Chalice. Hunter George Schofield Forbes. Councillor, for the degree of Master of Economic Geology, I present to you Carl James Jackman. Councillor, for the degree of Master of Information Technology and Systems, I present to you Yingying Peng. Soben Shrestha. Councillor, for the degree of Master of Marine and Antarctic Science, I present to you Ashley Mariana Fay. Kelsey Jane Fractal. Cody James. Councillor, for the degree of Master of Planning, I present to you Chenyu Cao. Councillor, that concludes the presentation of graduates and diplomats from the College of Sciences and Engineering.
I now call upon Professor Eric Wopstra, representing the Dean of Graduate Research, to present those graduates who have qualified for a Research High Degree in Graduate Research.
Councillor, research is one of the major activities of the University of Tasmania, and the strength and diversity of our research is reflected in our consistent world-class performance across a breadth of disciplines. This research excellence makes a real difference, having an impact right across Tasmania and from here across Australia and the world. Our higher degree research graduates make very significant contributions to these research activities, for it is their hunger for understanding and dedication to research that enables the generation of new knowledge through analysis, innovation and insight. We greatly value our higher degree graduate researchers and recognise the excellence and importance of their work across a wide variety of disciplines. Councillor, it gives me great pleasure to present to you the new higher degrees research graduates. Councillor, you have admitted Israel Ziwanu Fiani to the Doctor of Philosophy. Dr. Fiani developed an unsupervised deep learning algorithm to learn quality representations from small data sets for information extraction tasks. He augmented several unsupervised representation learning techniques built for big data sets to now train and learn from small data sets. Councillor, Dr. Israel Fiani. Councillor, I present to you Elizabeth Jean Frankish. Dr. Frankish studied Australian apple industry food safety controls and their efficacy and organisational culture as an enabler of food safety management. She developed a risk assessment model that identified the most important controls to minimise the risk of illness. Councillor, Dr. Elizabeth Jean Frankish. Councillor, I present to you Zaya Lee. Dr. Lee explored how El Nino Southern Oscillation modulated marine heat waves and associated sea surface temperature variations in several marine heatwave hotspots. Her study greatly helps people to dynamically understand physical drivers and predictabilities of these ocean warming extremes. Councillor, Dr. Zaya Lee. Councillor, I present to you Yan Yap Maya. Dr. Maya used observations and model simulations of standing meanders in the Antarctic circumpolar current to understand how heat can be transported across the current. This has major implications for the understanding of mechanisms driving the Southern Ocean warming. Councillor, Dr. Yan Yap Maya. Councillor, I present to you Ashley James Lanson Miller. Dr. Miller developed and optimised techniques for the trace analysis of PFAS in environmental water samples. He demonstrated that high-quality data can be obtained without recourse to manual sample preparation, significantly reducing analysis time, labour and waste production. Councillor, Dr. Ashley James Lanson Miller. Councillor, I present to you Yasmin Nahar. Dr. Nahar's research explored new designer solvents in polymer synthesis as green alternatives to hazardous organic solvents, reducing the environmental impact and toxicity of these processes. This work has the potential to improve the efficiency and sustainability of polymer chemistry. Councillor, Dr. Yasmin Nahar. Councillor, I present to you Ellie Renee Payne. Dr. Payne found that seaweeds release significant amounts of organic carbon into surrounding seawater. She determined that this carbon release was regulated by season, nitrogen and iron availability. Her research highlights the importance of seaweeds within the oceanic carbon cycle. Councillor, Dr. Ellie Renee Payne. Councillor, I present to you Nicholas Arthur Cartwright Pittman. Dr. Pittman studied the equatorial Pacific Ocean and its crucial role in the global carbon cycle. His thesis assessed the accuracy of phytoplankton estimates, investigated the impact of climate variability on biogeochemical processes, and explored subsurface carbon transport. Councillor, Dr. Nicholas Arthur Cartman Pittman. Councillor, I present to you Muhammad Umar. Dr. Umar employed several cutting-edge techniques to provide the current state of knowledge and create a better understanding of the distribution, diversity, genomic variability, biology, epidemiology and impact of parvovirus populations associated with Tasmanian pea crops. Councillor Dr. Muhammad Umar. Councillor, I present to you Ping Yun. Dr. Yun investigated the leaf salinity tissue tolerance of the halophytic rice Oryza coarctata. Through comparative analysis with cultivated rice, he identified several traits which could be targeted in the rice breeding program for improving salt tolerance. Councillor Dr. Ping Yun. Councillor, I present to you Bo Yi Zhao. Dr. Zhao's research extends highly accurate positioning and navigation technologies offshore. A buoy array was developed that will contribute to the validation of new, next-generation satellite altimetry observations from the Bass Strait Altimeter Validation Facility. Councillor Dr. Bo Yi Zhao. Councillor, that concludes the presentation of graduates from Graduate Research.
Thank you. So it's now my pleasure to introduce you to Miss Jessica Bury, who graduated today with a Diploma of Sustainable Living. Jessica will now give the valedictory address on behalf of the cohort of students graduating today.
Councillor, distinguished guests, members of the university, graduates, family and friends. As I stand before you today, I'm incredibly proud to be giving the valedictory address on behalf of the graduating classes. The past few years have been tumultuous, to say the least, and the pandemic has affected each and every one of us in ways we could not have imagined. The lockdowns disrupted our lives, but they also exposed the importance of resilience, adaptability and community. As we struggled to adapt to new ways of learning and socialising, we were reminded of the power of human connection, even when that connection was virtual. We reached out to friends, classmates and neighbours and supported each other in ways that we had never done before. On that note, I'd like to take this opportunity to express my gratitude to our faculty and staff who have worked tirelessly to ensure our education was able to continue despite the challenges we all faced. I and all of us remain grateful for your dedication, concern and commitment to our well-being and our learning. As we adapted to new ways of study, communication and cooperation, we realised that neither education nor community is confined by physical walls. The pandemic has shown us that lifelong learning and collaborating with each other is more important than ever before. As we move forward, let us carry those lessons we've learned with us. Let us embrace lifelong learning and continue to adapt to new challenges. The world is constantly changing and we must be prepared to change with it. The skills and knowledge we've gained during our education will serve us well, but it's up to us to continue to learn, grow, and support each other and our wider communities. In conclusion, I'd like to express my heartfelt congratulations to my fellow graduates and to thank our families, friends and educators for their unwavering support. As we leave this institution, let us carry with us the lessons of the past. Let us be resilient, adaptable and community-minded. Let us be responsible stewards of our planet and let us never stop learning. Congratulations, graduates, on your achievements. May we go out into the world and strive to make it a better place.
Thank you, Jessica, and I really, it's great that you did remind us how the cohort of students graduating today have gone through some challenges that perhaps we didn't ever anticipate, perhaps when you first enrolled at university. So while there have been many challenges to overcome, as you've said, there's been many opportunities and there's a lot of things that we've learnt. I think not just about how we can do things differently, but about ourselves as well. So thank you so much for your valedictory address today. Well, that just about concludes our ceremony today. But in so many ways, as we've heard from Jessica and from others, graduation is very much a collective achievement. So I'd now like to take the time to encourage each of you who've graduated to acknowledge the contribution of family and friends who've supported you on your path to graduation, helping out when things were tough and celebrating your successes. So I invite our graduates to stand and turn and express your gratitude to those who have supported you along the way. Thank you. Please be seated. I love that part of the ceremony. So, as you celebrate your graduation today, you join a vibrant global family of over 145,000 graduates who have taken this precious University of Tasmania experience to all continents around the world and across more than 130 countries. Remember that you're not leaving the university. As alumni of the university, you've joined what is a very special university community. You're all now members of our extended university family, and I do hope that you'll keep in touch. Graduation ceremonies represent a very special moment, and being here with you all could not be more important or heartwarming for me and for those of us who are on the stage today. We really hope that you enjoy the rest of the day with your family and your friends. And the Vice-Chancellor and I would now like to invite you, your family and guests to refreshments located in the Activities Centre in the Tusa building, which is a short 3-minute walk from here. Our team will be available to guide you, and I do think we will actually be leading the procession over there, so you can follow us. If you do need some mobility assistance, please make yourself known to staff and they will make a shuttle bus available. So that concludes today's ceremony. I will ask you all to stand now while the procession retires and invite you to follow us. Thank you.